Yesterday, I sat on the bathroom floor completely naked, crying. That is how fucking intense having stage 4 cancer can be. Hey, once again, my name is Guillaume. Welcome to Living Out Loud as I share my journey going through stage 4 cancer and finding a cure that the doctors say does not exist. So, yesterday was actually the last 2 days were intense. I discussed it in my last video of how an energy reading led me to realize, or actually forced me to realize because it was very difficult for me to accept, that my parents never loved me. They never gave me the unconditional love that I needed, that I wanted, and that I deserved. And going through that process was very difficult. The last 2 days were really intense. That coupled with the fact that 2 days ago I started my new diet, my body's still getting used to it. So physically and emotionally, I was just completely overwhelmed the last couple of days. And I've learned about myself that the best way to process is to talk to other people. So yesterday I had two conversations with two friends, and one of them, he's a coach, energy coach, those types of things. He's really good at that. So he helped walk me through a process to really, open myself up, process the things that I needed to process, and begin the journey of just accepting the fact that my parents never loved me, and that's okay. It wasn't right. It's completely fucked up. I need to process those emotions rather than suppress them like I have my entire life. But I need to live them and accept them so I can then move on and be a better person. And I know that's going to be a big part of my healing, my cure, my treatment, my adventure, whatever you want to call this. Anyway, all that to say, yesterday and the day before were really intense. Then after having that conversation or session with my friend, I was starting to feel better. And then in the evening, I was talking with my girlfriend. I was texting, and at some point it was getting late. I was tired, mentally exhausted from the last couple of days. So I'm like, all right, I'm gonna go to bed. Let me just go brush my teeth, take a quick shower, and then go to sleep. So I went to the bathroom, brushed my teeth, and removed my clothes. But before going in the shower, my girlfriend messaged me. So I ended up sitting on the toilet bowl with the lid closed, completely naked, texting with my girlfriend, and texting about stuff. And it's like, it just brought up feelings and stuff like that. And I ended up starting crying just because, I miss her so much. And the thought of not losing her, because I'm not the one losing her, she's the one losing me. Like, if I'm dead, it's like I'm dead. I've moved on to whatever comes next. It's not painful for me anymore. But the thought of leaving her behind, of having her suffer, it's just like, it was so painful to me that I couldn't help crying. And I just started crying and I couldn't stop. And it's like, we kept texting back and forth, and she was crying too. And it was really intense, but also liberating. And midway through, I ended up switching from the toilet bowl because it was kind of hard, and I'm so skinny that my ass is very bony and it gets uncomfortable sitting on a hard surface for a while. So I'm like, oh, let me sit on the ground on the bath mat. So I was literally sitting naked on the bath mat, on the floor of the bathroom, bawling my eyes out. And I don't know how long that went out. The whole process, maybe 10, 15 minutes. And because of everything, I'm like, I can't try to hold this back. I can't try to suppress it. I got to experience this. I got to experience it fully because it was a combination of the entire situation as well as probably a few things from the past coming up. So I just let everything go, and it got to the point where it's like, the crying kind of stopped. I'm like, all right, time to take a shower to wash away the tears, the pain, the sadness. It'll feel good. So hop in the shower, take a shower, and I'm coughing a lot. The last couple of days I've been coughing more than usual. And it gets to the point where I'm in the shower and I'm just like, I feel like I might throw up. I should probably step out of the shower, dry myself off in case I need to throw up. So, open up the shower curtain, start to dry myself off, and midway through, I'm like, yeah, it's coming up right now. I don't have time to finish. So I just chuck my towel aside, step out of the bath, crouch by the toilet bowl, and start puking my guts out. So I went from naked, sitting on the bathroom floor, crying my eyes out, to naked, crouching on the bathroom floor, dripping wet, puking my guts out. That was my day yesterday. So definitely not pleasant. And that's the thing. I don't know why I was throwing up. Maybe it's a combination of all the emotional like shit that I've been going through, processing the past hurt, the fact that I have fucking stage 4 cancer and the doctors are telling me there's no treatment or sorry, there's no cure. I've been trying to find alternative treatments. I'm starting some. I'm looking for cures. Like I'm doing what I have to do, but it's just like it is so much fucking pressure. Because I'm a very positive person. I'm optimistic, and I truly, deep down, believe that I will find a cure. I will find a way to get better. But it's a very difficult. It's very painful. It's a very somewhat lonely process. Even though there's a ton of people around me who love me, who support me, and encourage me, they have this skewed vision of me because of who I am. Because I'm very positive, I'm very motivated, I'm very driven. There's no fucking way this is gonna kill me. They perceive me as like, oh, he's like a superhero. Like nothing like phases him. He's super strong. He's gonna beat this. Everything's awesome. I'm like one of my friends. I spoke to her during a dinner that I had with friends that a friend of mine organized a couple of days ago, and she looked at me like people look at gurus of like, I admire you so much. It was like so much admiration and amazement in her eyes. And inside it just made me feel like you have no fucking idea what I'm going through. How fucking difficult this is. And it's not like I'm pretending to be something that I'm not to give people a false impression. It's like I am determined. I do believe I'm going to find a cure. And I am a very positive person. But it's just very difficult for me to share all the fucking shit that comes along with that. Not because I don't want to, just because it's difficult to share. Like, how do I go about in sharing that? Like, what, I have to reach out, I have to make videos telling people, like, this fucking sucks. Just like complaining, it's like, what good is that? Like, yeah, it's a fucking shitty situation. It sucks. I'm upset. I'm angry. Like, I wish this wouldn't be the case, but it is. And because of that, like, there's this skewed perception of people have this vision of me, and inside it's really fucking hard. And it's just with everything that I processed the last couple of days, I think like it was part of that. It was part of like the emotional and the mental and the physical kind of like all coming together. My body's just like, I can't fucking handle it. Time for a breakdown. Let's cry our ass out. Let's puke our guts out. Let's just get this out of our body. And today I feel better. Even though I've been coughing more lately. And I get out of breath more easily. And I mean, that's why I'm in bed. Because I'm just like, nah, like, no fucking way I'm like getting out of bed to do this video. Like, sorry, whoever's watching, but I need to put myself first. You're not worth me going to find a good spot with good lighting and all that shit. It's just like, I don't have the energy for that. I need to do what's best for me right now. So yeah, that's kind of the journey. Of course, throughout all this process, there's this never-ending list of things to do, such as contact all the different cancer support groups and organizations and everything and be like, hey, here's my situation. Is there any kind of financial support that you can provide, that you know of, that can access given my situation? And there's very, very little available. Like time and time again, the answer that I get is, wow, like I'm really sorry you have to go through that. It sucks. Unfortunately, there's nothing we can do to help, and I don't really have any resources to help you. Your best option is funding, like GoFundMe, which is why I'm so grateful that my friend created that for me. So if you're watching this, if you're following my journey, if I'm helping, motivate you in any way, if you're going through something similar and you can afford it, it'll just help me out so much. Like no matter how much you can give. And I know the problem with TikTok is the link isn't clickable, so you have to like screenshot and manually type it in. I know it's a lot of work. I'm trying to find a way to make the links clickable, but it's just very difficult. So I know that I'm asking a lot, and I know that most people won't do it, but if you can, I will really, really appreciate it. Thank you for being here, and hopefully all the shit that I'm going through is not too depressing for you. But if it is, I don't give a fuck. This is what I'm going through. It's about sharing authentically. Talk to you tomorrow.